This is The Bench with Jenna and Jon, sponsored by Chip Spice. Just kidding. Not yet, but soon, maybe. We referenced Chip Spice as a off the bench a few weeks ago and they got in touch, and I'm hoping to get some free Chip Spice tomorrow when we go back to Hull KR for the second semi-final. But before that, of course, we're here at the Brick Community Stadium, a wet Brick Community Stadium for Wigan's semi-final showdown with the Lee Leopards. And our guest this week is none other than Wigan legend and now assistant, Tommy Leuluai. Welcome to The Bench.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Chip Spice.
Chip Spice.
Chip Spice. Have you ever had Chip Spice?
No, I've never had it. Jenna was saying about it, but I've never tasted it before.
It's like chicken salt. Chicken salt, which...
Is it,
pardon?
Is it like chicken salt?
I think so, yeah. It gives a bit of extra flavour to the chips.
It's really good. You know, if you've had a couple of beers, Chip Spice chips the next day, guilty, you know, hangover food.
Hangover food.
Yeah. What about you? Anything, Jenna Brooks? Like
for when I'm hungover, what I eat? I don't know, like something yucky like that. Probably Five Guys, maybe.
Five Guys. I don't get hungover.
Ever? Never. Not Moretti. Never drink a few Morettis.
Oh, I do. But nah.
Was she guilty?
Macca's would be my,
Macca's. What do you get at Macca's?
Jesus.
Order a fillet of fish at Macca's.
Yeah.
See the face.
All the things to get from McDonald's.
I actually like
fish.
a fillet of fish from Macca's. I actually do.
But I would just order it just to be a
Yeah,
you know,
it
like
takes
just
ages.
there's a big queue and everyone is just like getting whatever, and I'll be like, can I get a fillet of fish, please? And they're like, who is this guy?
I reckon you're guaranteed to get a fresh one because no one orders it. So.
I mean, fresh or very old.
I think there's a very loose description of what it is. So, I mean, you've got you from the north of New Zealand. I imagine there's a lot of fresh fish up there. I don't think this fish is fresh.
I wouldn't order one from New Zealand.
No.
Tommy Leuluai, what a thrill it is to have you on the podcast, especially ahead of such a big game. Let's talk about you as a coach before we get on to you in the past as a player. Coaching now, I mean, yourself, Sean O'Loughlin, Matt Peet, when the three of you together kind of came in and took over here at the Wigan Warriors, that is where the club really started to climb and win the silverware and the trophies and the big games that matter most. I mean, how have you done it?
It's not me, I don't know. Look, I've been very lucky. I come into the club at the right time in terms of coaching. I think before that, Lee Breers was in charge and, you know, he left. So I was always thinking about stepping into the coaching role. I didn't know quite where at the club, but opportunity popped up. And look, timing really, you know, Matty Peet's done a great job of it. Sean O'Loughlin's obviously quite young to it and new to coaching, so we all sort of been on that journey together. So, look, I've enjoyed it, learning a lot. Still got a lot to learn, but I'm enjoying it.
There's people coming to coaching in different ways, Tommy. So there's like those people who are like maybe leaders, inspirational, and there's those people who like love the game, like love the detail of the game. Like, where are you in that spectrum?
I'd like to think in the middle, really.
Yeah,
I do like detail. I do like understanding the game, but I think as I play, I sort of like just being a bit more free and just playing what you see sort of thing. So I think you can get bogged down in the detail.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'd never want to be a coach like that.
Right.
So I'd like to see somewhere in the middle. I think, as a player, you know, coaches telling you what to do, call them PlayStation coaches, where they set up stop with the controller and tell you everything to do.
Yeah.
It's never enjoyable, and, you know, we try and let the players express themselves, and they can say really are. Look, I had my playing career, that's done. I'm just more trying to help these guys.
Yeah, we had, so I was just chatting with Sam Tompkins about Tommy, and Sam was like, I was just quick, right, when I was young. Like, I was really just a quick kid. And he said Tommy taught him more about the game, you know, actually playing the game, how to play the game than anybody. Anybody who ever coached him, he said. So he gave you that credit. So, you know, maybe Sam gets a lot of credit in the back end of his career for understanding the nuances, you know, how to play the game.
Yeah, I would have learned from other players too, you know, like, you know, Sam coming quite young, was a fullback and, you know, very, I suppose, naturally gifted player. And I was on a different journey a bit before him, so I learned a lot of players, man. I can think of Trent Barrett, most really one that really stood out to me when I was young. Didn't have a great understanding of the game, come from New Zealand Warriors where we just played off the cuff a bit. Yeah. But, you know, offload and play, and then sort of learn about numbers and getting to different points. But like I said before, John, I reckon it's a balance.
Yeah, but
it can't be all just that.
Do you know what's interesting? You mentioned Sam Tompkins. I believe he got to make his debut because you went back for the World Cup in 2008. It was because you went for New Zealand.
He scored 6 tries. I nearly took my job.
Whitehaven.
He nearly took my job.
Ooh, might not be coming back. I might be staying there.
So, I was come back. I didn't play. It was a game against who were we playing? A French club or something like that. And I remember I come in and Sam scored 7 tries, I think, or something like that. And I was sitting there going, Jesus.
It was, I think it was Whitehaven. It was Whitehaven. But that year you won the World Cup, 2008.
Yeah. Lucky enough to be a part of that. Yeah, lucky enough to be part of that. That was a crazy experience, really. I was young at the time. I wouldn't even call myself a full international. I was just sort of, our team was a bit of a younger squad, and we're coming up against, I remember talking to someone about it before, the Australian spine was, I think it was Jonathan Thurston, it was Darren Lockyer, Cameron Smith and Billy Slater at the back. So, you know, we were heavily out of our depth, but, you know, we just, you know, managed to get it done. I think Wayne Bennett was involved with us at the time. Learned a lot from him and really enjoyed it. And Steve Kearney was in charge. So great memories. It's a special day.
And what? Go on.
No, you go.
No, on the coaches then, you mentioned Wayne Bennett there. As a coach now, which coach that you worked with had the biggest impression on you? Or which coach do you think has been most influential in how you coach now?
I'd like to think I've picked up things from all different coaches, really. If I had to pick one, I'd most likely say Michael Maguire. When he was here. Just come at the right time in my career. I was eager to learn, eager to improve, and he just come with a work ethic that I've never seen before, really. And
well, talk us through that, because that's in the press now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Madge's like pre-seasons, his motivational videos, his mentality, he's brutal guy.
Yeah, he is, and everyone speaks about that, but he cares about his players, you know. We still got a 2010 WhatsApp group with Madge, and it pops up.
Is Madge in it?
Madge is in it.
So
Madge is in it, and getting pictures sent to this week, and everyone's taking the out of him.
It's incredible he hasn't changed his number since then.
And he's in
How
it.
good's that? How good is it? You should have that. How good have your old teams in WhatsApp groups?
Yeah, it's 2010 Wigan team, and everyone still posts on it. It's a class group and funny. But he cares a lot. Madge is, I know everyone speaks about the hard work and that, and he does work really hard. Like, you get to training, he'd always be on his laptop or even training, like 6 o'clock in the morning, last guy to leave. And I think I come at a time where I really wanted to learn and improve my game. And he just gave time, really, like showed me everything, really. And, you know, I could knock on his office and go through my game with him. He just never said no, really. So I appreciate that. But I learned some things from him. But then other coaches too, like Steve Kearney's most really want to speak about. He just had a great presence.
Calm.
Yeah, really calm.
Yeah.
Really calm. Just had a great manner about him. You know, boys really trusted him, and he cared for you. So, you know, a little bit between those two, I reckon.
I love people like that, like the Steve Kearney guys. You know, there's something about them. You know, it's presence, isn't it, what you're talking about? And some people just have it, and it brings, like, confidence, relaxed. We had Elliot Manchella on the podcast who was chatting about JWH, and he's like, you asked the question about perceptions versus reality. What did you think he was going to be like to what he's like? And Elliot was like, man, he's just chilled. You know, so calm and comfortable. I love being around people like that.
When you reflect on your career, Tommy, what do you think, what's the one memory that comes to mind? Is there just one?
No, there's not just one. I couldn't really say.
How many games did you play?
I wouldn't know.
No idea. Ballpark.
I think close to 400.
Close to 400.
Around that mark, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was the early days, I reckon, when I was at the Warriors, and I started when I was 17, you know, under Daniel Anderson, who you would know really well.
Yeah.
Great coach. Didn't realise how good he was at the time, to be honest,
good coach,
until you went away from it. But I was young. I got chucked in really young, and sort of learnt on the run, really.
So Daniel knew you well?
Yeah, he gave me my first game.
Right,
really,
this changes my story about you altogether. So you're at the London Broncos, and Daniel was like, right, we're going to spot Tommy up. You know, we're going to run at him. So was it Rob Purdom at the time?
How early on was this in your career
I don't
first?
know. It was 2007, 8, 9, 6. Yes, 6.
You had a good team back then.
Yeah, we were good. And so Daniel...
That was the year you won.
Yeah, Daniel was coaching. He said, you know, run at him. So I got the ball...
Run at Tommy.
Yeah, but Rob Purdom sliced it off a kickoff, and I didn't know much about Tommy at all. And I thought,
do you remember this moment?
No, he won't
do you know
remember it. He won't remember this at all because he did it to about 50 guys I played with. And so I thought, right, I'll run at him. And at the time there, you had big hair, didn't you? He had big hair. I was like, he was short and he had this big head and hair, and I was like, right, I'm just going to run at him and run over the top of him. And it didn't go well for me. It went so badly wrong. He picked me up, chucked me in the air, boom, landed on top of me, and I was like, right, we're not doing that anymore.
Who taught you to tackle the way you tackled? Because I remember having conversations with Baz and Tez over the years about who the toughest tackler was in Super League, and it was always you.
Yeah.
To be honest, I always remember this when I was young, like a young kid, and we come from a rugby league family, so my cousin Kylie, I remember playing a game once and they come watch, it must have been about 13, 14, and I missed a couple of tackles, and I remember going back to my grandma's where we all lived, and I got absolutely slated. Kylie was into me, and I was just like, and I just couldn't have it. So after that, it was like, don't worry about scoring tries here. I just got to make sure I tackle. Otherwise, I'm going to go home and get slated.
I'm just going to hit everybody as hard as I can.
Kylie was known for being a big hitter back then, so he sort of embarrassed me when I went home, and I will never forget it. I come back and I think, man, if he comes watch me again, I'm not doing that again.
So you just started
so I
everybody.
Started trying a bit harder, really, and then from there you get a bit of confidence. I don't know. Yeah, I've always loved that side of the game. Love that side of the game. Just something that I enjoy.
Timing is important.
Yeah, what is the art of a good tackle?
I think timing for me. Like, I was small, so I wasn't necessarily heavy. So if you didn't get your timing right, you're just going to go the other way. So timing's a big one, and I suppose you've got to be brave too. You've got to have a crack at it. I understood it, and I enjoyed that part of it too. But I think timing's the main one to getting that right.
So we played with in the Saints team again, Mori Fasavalu. And do you remember that? Do you remember this one? Yeah. Do you remember this one? He remembers this one. So Mori carried the ball. Mori was a handful, wasn't he? Yeah. So he was a big sort of Samoan guy. He was really raw, but he was just hard to play against. Like, he ran like he wanted to kill you. You know, he was trying to hurt you when he ran the ball at you. And Tommy lined him up, just leant in from how he used to do, like last second, leant in, hit him. Do you remember the noise he made?
Yeah, I do. I think he got a bit winded, I think.
He was winded. He broke his ribs. And Maury, who's just solid, he's really tough, didn't really ever make any noise, was literally like, in the middle of the pitch. And Tommy's just like that.
I do remember that, but like, I obviously knew Maury and I respected him a lot because he obviously, Samoan. So I always respected him. He's older than me too, so I didn't really want to do it. But like, I remember after that, every single time we played you guys, he just beelined it straight to me, and I was thinking, just let it go, bro. I got one lucky. I got a lucky one. Yeah. Every single game after that, I could just see him. I knew what he wanted to do, and I was just thinking, mate.
Yeah, I can't remember the times maybe he ran over you or anything, but I just remember the time he broke his ribs in a fair tackle.
So your name always came up as the toughest, the hardest tackler. Who for you was the toughest tackler?
Oh, without a doubt, Steve Matai. I don't know if you know Steve Matai.
Yeah.
I went to school with Steve Matai. Right. So we went to high school together, and then obviously played together in the Kiwis. Mate, his hits in the NRL were big, but if you saw the ones at school, they were ridiculous. They were ridiculous. At one point, we played, we were on the edge, I was halfback. I think Sonny Bill Williams was my back row and he was my centre.
Protected.
So we
well and truly protected.
Some good practice.
Yeah, no wonder
some
you got
good teachers. So he's by far the best. He's got perfect timing. Perfect.
Yeah. Another one, Ruben Wiki. Ruben Wiki got me at the Cake Tin in Wellington one time, and again. I think more my stories is being flopped by people playing for New Zealand. That's the majority of my stories revolve around that. So,
you mentioned Kylie, your cousin, obviously at Warrington now. Your dad as well. How much of an influence did he have on your career?
Yeah, massive. Really, my old man was quite humble. Really, to be honest, I wouldn't have known he played rugby league because he never spoke about it. He never spoke about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
He just wasn't like that. He was just really, really humble and. He never pushed me to play or never, to be honest, he'd watch games, but he'd be at the back and wouldn't come forward. He never really had to be pushed from him. He's just different like that. He just wasn't like that, and he wanted me to find my own feet. And I like that about it, though, to be honest. You obviously know that from other people that he was a really good player. Yeah. But, in terms of that, he never spoke about his own playing career to me. There's a couple of times there where, maybe he gave me a bit of advice, and he was always pretty bang on with it, but... He'd never push rugby that much. Yeah, push rugby to me.
Do you have memories of him playing? Do you have... No?
Not really. I didn't really, you wouldn't really know if you went back to our house. You wouldn't really know there was a... He played, really. There's nothing.
That's all?
Nah, he never spoke about it.
So there's no merchandise whatsoever?
Nah, there is now, I suppose, that when my mum and dad lived, but, he never spoke about it. It was always other people, man, so he's incredibly humble, but, he was... Yeah, I just seen videos, I suppose, that people show on pop up tries and
scoring a couple of tries.
1985, I heard about that a few times. So
yeah,
no, he was a decent player.
Yeah, I got his warm-up top. So one of my first pieces of rugby merchandise. So I got your dad's warm-up top from Peet, Sterling and. Sterlo was at Hull, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was at Hull. So Sterlo used to come drinking in the pub where my dad lived, right? Sterlo brought James's warm-up top. So I had a warm-up top. I don't know. They were drunk. I have no idea.
A betting thing? Or
no, I don't know. It's like it was back in the day where you used to like swap things with each other. Okay. I think my dad gave him a pig, and he got a warm-up top. You know what I mean? It was that kind of. My dad was a pig fan, so yeah. No, but I got a warm-up top. This massive, big Umbra yellow warm-up top, and then I always remember I got 101 greatest tries in a kick video, and your dad's tries on it, unbelievable. But I love the fact that he doesn't mention his career at all.
Yeah,
no.
There's something cool. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. That's all I knew. Like I only really knew about him playing rugby league from other people. Like people tell me how good your dad was.
Yeah.
I'd ask him, and he'd always just brush over it and change the subject. I didn't like come home from games and him grill me about how I played or change subject straight away. Yeah. Just different, Because
it could be really intense, that, couldn't it? If they were properly into it.
Yeah, I think when you're a kid too, like, I would hear it on the sidelines, oh, that's James Leuluai's son, and then there's always a bit of pressure, like, do something good here. So I think he felt that, so he just didn't push it, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. Do you know why? It just came to me. My earliest memory of you, Tommy, I think, so I kind of started this job the back end of your career, and I think it must have been here, and you came off the pitch, you were injured, can't remember what the injury was, and I remember I was still kind of like finding my feet in this role and everything, and I went directly up to you and I'm like, Tommy, are you okay? What happened? And you just looked at me with this look, and it was just like dead behind the eyes, just looked straight through me and was like, not talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologise.
No, that's a look. I reckon. No, I've seen that look. That's the look. You've got that.
I'm embarrassed now.
Yeah, but you're right. A quiet, so humble, nice, chilled guy, aren't you? But you were different when you played. Like
yeah.
Everyone is, aren't they? Right?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I suppose I was
zone.
quite intense. So yeah, I was. But then I could leave the game straight away. Like, I didn't carry it on too much. So I did. Yeah, I took it quite serious.
Jenna's
sorry, Jenna.
She's looking for apology.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That was a good lesson learned. Do not go to the player directly. Always go to the doctor.
Timing. It's like a good tackle. It's like a great tackle.
You knocked me flat, trust me. Yeah. Okay, so on that then, you as a player, how has that transitioned into you as a coach? Has it similarities, differences?
I like to think I've been myself. The thing with me when I come into coaching, I was a player, then went straight into coaching, so I knew a lot of the guys. And someone gave me some good advice: just be yourself. And I sort of had to be, because if I didn't, then the boys would know he's changed it.
They know you.
So I had to be myself. So I couldn't try to be someone else or try copy things that you had seen. I literally was the same. And I think I was quite old when I retired too, and most of it was doing a little bit of the stuff that I was doing without really knowing, in terms of coaching and helping players and speaking up in meetings, so I was doing quite similar things. So, I like to think I just be myself, really, and just, learning on the run too. I'm a young coach, man. I haven't done it for a long time. I'm learning every day, and, I'm enjoying the path. I think, me, Maddie, and Lockers are all quite young at it, so we just...
And you've signed a contract here for like 200 years, haven't you? Yeah. For a while.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah. Look, I didn't want to go anywhere else. I was still learning. I was my first year coaching, really, so... look, the club's been really good to me, so I definitely want to repay that. And I don't see myself moving. Like, I'm enjoying what we're doing. I'm learning a lot. I'm working with some great coaches. Rads does a great job at running the club. We've got some great players. I think that's the main thing when you're a coach. You've got to have the players, mate. And it's a great group at the moment, so I'm just happy to be part of it.
Do you have aspirations to be a head coach?
I get asked that. Not at the moment, to be honest. Not at the moment. I don't think I'd be ready for a head role in terms of how I would like to be ready myself. I feel like there's so much to learn. So, not at the moment. It's not something that I'm looking at to do or looking for. But I suppose it's a natural progression, isn't it? So we'll see. But at the moment, I feel like I've got so much to learn. I wouldn't feel confident jumping into a role like that, because I see what Maddie has to go through, and I think, mate.
Yeah, stress.
Yeah.
Straight for your coach.
I know. What about the dynamic then between? So you're all young, right? How does the chemistry work between you, Lockers, and Matty? How do you all work together? Who leads on what? And how do you bring it all together?
Yeah, Matty sort of, I suppose, leads the whole thing. I look after attack, obviously, and Locker's defence, but we don't just stay in our lanes in that sort of sense, you know.
Yeah.
Every single meeting is, everyone's chatting over what, and I think the beauty of it, now I've only been in one coaching group, so I don't know, but the beauty of it is that we've got trust between us. There's trust there, you know, and I hear stories about other coaching groups, and maybe that's, you know, but it's never like that with us. You know, if Locker sees something, like, say, like 13, ball playing 13,
yeah.
if he sees something, he just goes and talks. I don't like that, you know, and same, I suppose, on the edge defence, if he sees something, and I'll just go talk over that, and we don't ever...
Nobody's precious.
Nah, we're not, and to be honest, we all sort of got that. Lockers are the same. We just want to see the club do well, and my main reason why I got into coaching is just I played for a hell of a long time and learned so much that I just wanted to pass it on, really. And, it'd be silly to go walk away. So give back some knowledge and help these lads. And like I said, we've got a great group at the moment, so it's a pleasure to work with them.
Let's talk about the group, because tonight, as we're recording, it is, as I said before, ahead of the semi-final against the Lee Leopards. Once this does go out on Monday, we'll know whether you're through to Old Trafford or not. Regardless of what happens tonight, the success that this club has sustained, I said it before, particularly as the three of you came in as coach together. I mean, it's remarkable. Particularly last year, you won every piece of silverware on offer. What is it like being part of this club, not as a player, but as a coach?
Yeah, I'm grateful, really. Like timing, like I said before, about getting the job, and then, you know, a lot of credit has to go to Matty and what he's done. He deserves all the accolades he gets. Mate, he's an incredibly smart man.
Is that what makes him a good coach, the intelligence behind?
Yeah, and he's done it for a while too. Like, I haven't coached for a long time, and he's coached for years at different levels and younger players, and there's things you pick up from him just on the paddock, and just how he delivers messaging. His messaging is really good. He delivers the message perfect.
What do you mean by that? So
just the way he can deliver a message, and the right message, and not giving too many messages. He's very simple in how he does it, but
his use of language is as good as like, and I can imagine, and I'm guessing because I'm not in the dressing room, but I imagine he's got scale to what he can do. You know, he can be emotional, he can be passionate, but he can be calm and logical as well. And
and he knows which one to use at the right time. And, you know, too much anything's not good. So he's incredibly smart. He's dedicated. He's he cares a lot about the players too, which is one thing. You know, the boys love him. They know they'll do anything for them. So it's just, like you said, language, man. He's just, he nails it. His pre-game speeches are some beauties in there.
I've been lucky enough to be in the room for one of them a couple of years ago when we were let in behind the scenes. Just on Matty, because what's interesting is he never played the game. So he's kind of been somebody who's watched on, loved the game, a huge supporter of rugby league as a whole. How do you think that shapes him as a coach?
I'm not too sure, but I feel like it's just made him work at what he's good at. Like, I suppose me and Lockers have played the game, so when you're talking about detail and that, we, maybe carries a bit more, and he'll maybe let us deliver those messages. But then, while he's been working as a coach, he's learned about language and how to get players up and mindset and different things like that, which he nails. And so, things like that, although he hasn't played, but like, I suppose his coaching, if you talk about pure coaching, he's done a lot of it. He's really, really good.
Yeah, he's emotionally really smart. Like, and that's, I think with Matty Peet, one thing you get is that he might not have the knowledge of 10 years, 15 years playing the game, but the pure art of coaching is understanding people, and it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in. Like, you don't necessarily have to have done a job to be good with people and to understand how to motivate people. It's like for managers in any business in life. Like, 100%. It's not essential. In fact, sometimes knowledge can be a bit of a problem in that regard.
100. I think the more I'm learning about coaching, is you bang on there, like the detail in that. Anyone can break down a game or come up with a fancy play, but like, it's what the players take in and what they trust and what they believe in. And so it's less about the detail, I reckon. When I first got in, I thought it was all about clipping, and but it's more about getting around the boys, having a coffee, and seeing how they feel, and get a sense on how they want to do it, and then try to bring it all together, really. Yeah,
building that connection, I think, is hugely important. We are almost out of time. Tommy, I know you've got a big game to prepare for, so we will not keep you too much longer. But on this podcast, we've got this segment, On and Off the Bench. I have explained it to you. I'm pretty sure our viewers and listeners know all about On and Off the Bench. Would you like to go first, or would you like to kick us off this week?
You go.
No, I forget. I need a minute to think.
Oh,
what
well,
mine
I'll
were.
go.
Okay,
I'll go.
on the bench first.
On the bench, for me, is apologies.
Oh,
Apologies.
apologies in the game.
In life. I think sometimes when you start apologising for things, then you never stop. And I'm making that comment in the light of the referees apologising for a decision that they got wrong. In the Leeds Saints game, I just think it's difficult to stop. Like every week, there's something, right? So then what do? You just apologise when the decision has consequences. If you start apologising for things you get wrong in games as officials, I think it never stops. There's a requirement to do that every week. If you get something wrong, regardless of the consequences, you can't go, this one was a big one, we'll apologise for it. I feel like they should.
Yeah, I agree.
Just own it. And I think also we, as coaches and broadcasters and players and fans, all need to accept officials get it wrong. Yeah. Like, sometimes, don't they? They just get it wrong. They don't need an apology. It's almost like human
everyone
nature.
makes mistakes.
Yeah.
On the bench for you, Tommy, something you'd like to see less of in the game or in life, or?
In the game, I'm not a big fan of the captain's challenge, me.
No.
I'm not a big fan of it. I just feel like it's too slow. It slows down the game too much. And
Are you a fan of it in the NRL, though?
a little bit more because it's a bit quicker in terms of the technology, but I just feel like it's just slowing down the game, which we're trying to speed up, really. So I'm just not a big fan of the captain's challenge.
It's not entertaining.
No, it takes too long.
It zaps the energy out of the stadium. It's too slow. But, yeah, agree. That's good. On the bench. Off the bench, something you'd like to see more of?
Off the bench, for me, something I'd like to see more of. I've really struggling.
Yeah.
I've really dried
It's time.
up. Really dried up here.
We are at the end of the season, so we can forgive you for that.
Tommy, you go.
Over to you. The mic is yours.
I thought about this before. I don't know if it's been spoken about on the podcast before, but we were speaking the other day, and I can't claim it because it's Jack Phillips, our analyst. He come out with it, and he said, like, you prepare for a game all week. Imagine if you could just rock up to the game and the morning of the game, you just pick the team out the hat. So you don't get any footage. You can't see them prepare. You just
What, like a random pick?
Yeah, like a random pick.
That's
So imagine Magic Weekend.
What do you mean?
Know.
But positions as well?
No, just the team you're playing.
Yeah.
So you don't know who you're playing. You rock up.
Oh,
train
you picked
all
a
week.
as in
team.
Wakefield.
So you just go.
Elite
So you
Leopards.
don't have any time to prepare.
Oh, yeah.
You just play. You just play rugby.
That's cool.
Oh, I love
So
it.
you can't like get a game plan. You can't watch clips. You don't. You just got to go out there.
Oh no! I'm
And
going
then
to
you
go
just
the
go
other.
boom.
No, I'm going the other way, Tommy. You're doing yourself over. You're going to watch every clip. You're going to have to watch every team.
I won't.
No, you are. You're going to be like, well, we could be playing any of them. Let's do it all.
maybe.
Like, Matty's
Nah,
going
I
to
definitely
9-hour
won't do
video
that.
session. Like that.
I just feel like something like that where you don't get to prepare. You just go out and play. I feel like it'd be cool for the fans. They get there, they don't know who they're playing. You get a couple hours to get ready. Boom, you're on.
Do you know what? That could work at Magic Weekend, couldn't it? Because everyone's there. Because then you're going to have like fans who might be annoyed because they haven't been able to plan to get to the venue. But Magic Weekend, if everyone knows to be in Newcastle on this weekend, you are going to see your team in action. But you just don't know who you're playing. That's brilliant. I like that.
I've got one off the bench.
Oh, here we go.
I've got it.
Settle
I
in,
remembered what
ladies
it
and
was.
gentlemen.
No, I remember what it was. It was like if you say you're going to do something, do it. So I want that off the bench. So if you commit to doing something, you say it out loud or on text, I'm going to do this. Do it.
Okay,
Right,
give us
in
an
life.
example then. 'Cause
I'm going to forfeit a match. and that's it, really. And if you're not willing to do it, be accepting that everybody's going to come out and be like, well, that was a bit silly. So if you're going to say you're going to do something in life, I think just do it. And if you're not going to do it, don't even say it because it's pointless. You lose all credibility very quickly.
I
when you
think
do that.
Derek, in his lengthy statement, did say that he never said that he was going to forfeit the game or that
In his
they were.
statement?
In his lengthy statement.
It's a lengthy statement.
Counter statement.
Wow. I'm joking. I respect Derek, he knows that, but I just don't respect what he did this week
Okay.
before the big game.
But the good news is the game is going ahead.
Yes.
We are here. We will know by the time this goes out whether Wigan are through or if the Elite Leopards are through to Old Trafford. Tommy Leuluai, it's been an absolute
Biggest
privilege
hitter.
having you
Hardest
on.
hitter.
Hardest hitter,
It's all about-
biggest hitter.
All about timing. It's all about,
timing.
All about-
Also, don't approach a
all
player
about-
when they're injured.
And likes a fillet of fish.
Yeah.
He's a fella fillet of fish lover.
And doesn't get hung over often, but we've learned a lot about you, Tommy. Good luck for what is left of this wonderful season. And yeah, it's been a
Yeah, all the
pleasure.
best.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for joining
Thank you.
us.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you.